way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
Oh, hey, look. Ah! Hello, guys. Welcome back. So today we're going to be doing and using watercolor. So you should have gotten this in your new packet that was sent out with new and fun stuff inside there. So you should have your watercolors and you should have this watercolor paper. So this right here is just a smaller version of this one that I have. This one is my teacher's one so that it's big enough so you guys can see. You're gonna need your watercolor paper and you're just gonna need one page. So this little tiny page right here. Look how cute it is. Then you're gonna need your watercolor paints. This is your black, green, blue, yellow, orange, red, purple, and brown. Then you're going to need your paintbrushes. So I have one big flat paintbrush so we can do the background, a smaller round paintbrush, and a more fine tipped. You're also going to need one regular pencil to draw our guidelines for the painting. This next one is optional. This is a white colored pencil, but if you don't have one, that's okay. You don't need it. The painting will look great either way if you put any on or if not. Now, the last and final thing, the most important thing, of course, water. Duh. Also, you will need paper towels as well. Okay, let's get started. So today we are going to be painting this little summer night, evening, sunset sort. Stop rumbling! Okay, guys, I'm back and I'm sorry. I apologize in advance if you hear any grumbling from my belly. Okay, there it goes again. My stomach is talking to you guys. It wants to say hello. Alright, getting back on track. Here is what we're going to be painting today. It's a summer evening in the wood. As you can see, we're going to be using blue and purple and black. Okay, first step with watercolor, we need to wet our paper with water. Just water. Let it soak up the water. And don't worry, this paper is different. This is why you need to use watercolor paper. This is important. You need to use the paper that we gave you guys. If you put any other paper under the water, the other paper is gonna just gonna fall apart. But with the watercolor paper, it's thicker. You're gonna take your water, take your biggest brush, and I'm just gonna dunk it in there. And here we go. Also, you might want to put down some covering or protection on your table just so that the water doesn't mess up your table. So I'm just going to wet the entire piece of paper. My belly is speaking to me. Okay. Alright, so there we go. We've got one side, and now, as you can see, it's curling. The paper is curling by itself. So that's why we need to turn it over and do the other side. And ta-da! See, now it is a little warped, but that's okay as long as it's not really curled like this. That's why we need to wet both sides. Make sure you wet both sides, okay? Alrighty, let's get started on the background now. Okay, so with watercolor, alright, now with watercolor, we gotta be kind of fast, because with watercolor, if you let it dry too much, then it doesn't work. First color we are going to put down is our blue. And to activate the watercolor, you're gonna dunk your brush into the water and just mix. Oops. Are you ready? I love this blue. This blue is my favorite color. Ready? Here we go. Go. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Alright. Now, with watercolor, another thing that you can do is you don't have to keep going back into the color, okay? Which is nice, but you see how it starts to dry up a little bit? What you do is you dunk your brush back in the water. Well, not dunk, more like, watch. Ready? So I'm not gonna dunk all the way down. I'm just gonna tap lightly, tap it off a little bit. Now my brush is filled with water. And you see as I put the water on top of the color, it starts to spread it all around. So you see how much you can spread all the way around. Okay. Make sure you go back and forth, just like the acrylic paints. When we blend the acrylic paints, you're gonna go back and forth. Okay, it starts getting dry again. You need to put your brush in water. This is the whole reason why it's called watercolor. So with watercolor, water is so important and crucial. Okay, take some more water and just blend. And if you need more color, that's fine. Just go ahead and pick up a little bit more. Put it on the canvas. Get your brush, dunk it in the water. And smooth it out with the water. Okay, so for more up here on this top, we need it to be brighter and darker. So we're going to take some more blue, a lot of blue for this one. here's the idea and here's the trick. You want something to be brighter and darker, use less water, okay? You want something to be lighter, use a lot of water, okay? So just like this, for instance, I'm using a lot of just the blue for the top up here. You see how it's darker? Okay? Okay. And then if I want it lighter, so I don't get in the water, tap it off. And when I put more water on top of the color, it gets lighter. See? Next step that we're going to do, next color, is purple, okay? Take your brush, dunk it in the water, and activate your purple by putting the water into the color. Okay, take your purple and whoa, that's a bright purple. Okay. Okay, now you're asking yourself, Nizhoni, what about this middle part? So for this part, we're going to have to mix blue and purple together, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our blue. You're going to take your paintbrush and then you're going to go ahead and put it on the lid, okay? Scrape it off a little bit. Get some more if you need it. And then we're going to go into the purple. Mix some purple. Take your paintbrush full of purple and put it into the blue and mix. And now we have indigo, which is a dark blue. So now we're going to take this color, we're going to put it right down the center. Boom! And now we're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this is where water is really, really needed, okay? So you're going to take your water and you're going to brush back and forth. Water is what blends it, okay? Okay, now you're going to take your blue again, just blue, okay? Take your just blue and put it down here on the bottom. And blend, 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 back and forth, back and forth. Same thing with the purple. Just get just purple, take it up on top, and blend, 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 blend. Take some more indigo, put it down the center, and blend up and down, side to side. And there we go. We've got a nice blended blue and purple. Ta-da! Okay, next step is to add some more purple to the top because we need the top to be just a bit darker. So again, you want it dark purple, use less water, okay? Okay, the next part that we're going to do is black on top so that we can make a dark purple, okay? So we gotta work quickly for this one. You're going to take your black and activate it with water. Mix the black up. Okay, now you're gonna take your black and then you're going to put it right on top. Whoa! Shoot. No. Okay, so that's what happens when you put too much water. I need more than that. Give me more. Take the top, and then you're just going to go down. Keep going back and forth, and you'll be blending it right into the purple. Just like that. So your black isn't that dark right now. It's like almost no pigment in the black. What is going on? So you're just going to keep going over and over with this black on the top of the purple. And keep going down, work your way down. Take some water, put on your brush, and use it to blend it out into the purple. You might want to take your brush and dip it into the purple again. Put some purple back on there, work your way up. So it's just going back and forth, going from black to purple, black to purple. You know what, I think I want to put more purple. Because I have a lot of blue, I want to put a lot more purple. Put some blue back in there. Blend. Use some water to blend, just water. And there we go. I know the black is looking kind of weird right now, but when things start to kind of go a little wrong, or if it doesn't look right and you're trying to start over, just take a break, take a step back if you need to, and just let it dry. So that's why I need your guys' full attention, for you guys to focus and listen to my directions so that your painting can look the best it can, okay? I'll be back. Just gonna let this dry. It shouldn't take that long.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so as you can see, it looks a little better now. I let it dry and then I just went over again on top with some more black, okay? So I know this black in this watercolor palette is a little funky, but you know, we work with what we got. Okay, for this next step, we're going to go ahead and take our pencil and we're going to draw a line of where our ground is going to go, okay? So a quarter of your paper is going to be black. And all we need to do is just take your pencil and you're just going to draw a light line going there. Okay, so for this part, you can be however random you want. I decided to put 4 trees. You can put more than 4 if you want. You can even put another tree in the middle, in the center here if you want. Up to you. So try to make your trees different sizes, different shapes, and that sort of thing, okay? So I'm going to have one sticking up right here and another one sticking up over here on the side. I'm going to put another one right here and another one right here. Different heights, okay? And I'm going to put one more right here. just like that. Now we are going to go ahead and start painting in the bottom. So let me see, I'm gonna try something, okay? If your black paint starts kind of getting weird and funky or too watery or just not working anymore, then I would say to use brown. So let me try some black first. And I'm gonna make a line with it. See, we got some weird stuff going on here. It's not working! We're gonna try some brown. See how good this brown works. Okay, so I have these other watercolors right here with me because I know you guys don't have these one. If this paint palette's all you got, then just try to use it, okay? Because I'm really sorry, the black for me is not really working, and I really hope it doesn't do that for you guys. If it's working for you, then great. Just keep using the black watercolor for these next steps, but if it's not, then I would say either use a marker, a black Sharpie marker, or use some black acrylic paint if you still have any left, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna try it with this black and see how this works. That works so much better. Okay, and for the bottom, for this part, you can I would say, go ahead and throw in some of the brown as well. Because, you know, the ground outside in the forest, there's dirt, right? So, take some of that brown and mix it right in. Okay, again, for these dark colors, use less water, okay? Because if you use too much water, then that's not going to look really pretty. You want to use more of the paint and less water for these dark colors so that the blue underneath doesn't shine through. See, if you're having a hard time, don't worry. This is just what happens. You know, you try and you learn. Sometimes you fail. But you learn from your experiences and you learn from your mistakes. And you learn from that. And next time you paint or you do that activity or whatever you're doing, you get better at it. So it's just a matter of trial and error. Okay, so there is our brown. Now I'm going to go back in with some more black right on top. Okay, there we go. Now we have our ground. This next part is the fun part, and we get to do the trees, okay? Okay, so again, like I said, with dark colors, especially this black, you need to use less water and more paint. So, as you can see, watch, I'll show you how I do it. I dip my brush into the water, just the tip in, then dab it off, and put my damp brush on the color. Is we're going to start on the trunk. We're going to go ahead and follow our lines and start from the top and go down. And you're just going to follow your lines that you drew earlier and make the tree trunks, okay? So I have another one right here. Just like that. Okay. Now we have our tree trunks. Time for the fun and crazy part, okay? So for this part, we're going to be making the leaves and everything that makes the pine tree. And now we're going to start from the top. And we're just going to dab with our paintbrush. We're just going to dab and we're going to go back and forth in a zigzag. Zigzag. And as we're doing this zigzag, you're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger on the top or bottom. Just go down and you're going to go out even wider on the bottom, okay? Okay, so what I'm talking about is you want the tree to be skinny on top, really skinny, and then it starts growing outwards like this, okay? And now this time I'm gonna go back again, but this time I'm just gonna kind of go outwards, swipe. And I'm just gonna dot and make some kind of almost little individual branches coming out just like this. You see how I'm moving my brush? I'm kind of just like moving it, shaking my hand just a bit and jiggling my hand. I'm just kind of moving my brush around and letting my hand shake. And when you do that, you get this really cool kind of leafy texture sort of thing. Okay, there we go. One down. And now we can move on to our next one. So same thing. Same thing, you're going to start from the top to the bottom and you're going to go from skinny to thick. Okay? Going to dab, 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 dab. Not that dab, this dab. Okay, here we go again. We did the dabs. Now we're going to go ahead and just take it and go back and forth, zigzag down, and just fill it in a little bit. Alrighty, so all we have to do is just do the other ones the same way. So for video length's sake, I'm going to go ahead and probably speed this part up. And just like I've said in past videos, if you need to pause and catch up, go ahead and pause the video. Take your time on this painting, have a lot of fun with it, okay? So I think this is the part where I'm going to put in the are done with our trees. So we're going to go ahead and do our moon and our stars. This part, you're probably thinking like, wait a minute. That moon is white, but we don't have any white. What do we do now? I'm going to teach you guys a really cool trick on how to remove some of the color to look white. Okay? So for this, you're going to need a small paintbrush, your water, and then a clean, dry piece of paper towel. So you're going to take your paintbrush, dunk it in the water, take a lot of water on my paintbrush, and then I'm just going to paint a circle with water. And you gotta be really, really careful, focus, take your time, slow down, but just try your best to keep it in this little circle. Okay, so you're gonna take it and you're just gonna massage the water into the paper. You can see how it's like making the paint come off a little bit. Now, this is the important part. You're gonna take your dry piece of tissue or paper towel. And then you're going to put it on the wet part while it's still wet. Make sure it's still wet. And you're just going to press. And take it off. See? Fold it over. Go ahead and dab a little bit. Dab, dab, dab. And you see? You just got to keep doing it over and over again. And take some more water, put it on the area, and while it's still wet, take your dry piece of paper and dab, dab, dab. Okay, now this next part, like I said, is optional. You could keep it like this. Already looks pretty good, but you could take it a step further and add some white with this white colored pencil. Okay? So with this white colored pencil, I was able to put some stars in and make a little pathway and kind of give the tree some highlights. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you how to do. So I know you can't really see me anymore right now, but just know that I'm still here. I just moved in the camera just a bit so you can see better the detail that's going on, okay? So for this part, all you need to do is just draw tiny little dots. I'm just going to dot, 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 dot. You want to do a lot of stars up on top, and as you get to the bottom, do less and less stars. And cue the Star Wars music. Next, we're going to go ahead and do some more stars, some other little stars. So on this painting, I don't know if you can see, but I put some little other twinkling stars in there, and that's what we're going to do next. So for the twinkling stars, they're pretty easy. It's just one line down, one line across, almost just like a cross, right? So choose a star, whichever one. I'm going to go ahead and choose this one, and I'm just going to draw a line through it, going up and down, and then doing another line going right across, just like that. And now we've got a twinkling star. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of those all over on the painting as well. Okay, and you know what? I had an idea. Why don't we put in a comet while we're at it, aka shooting star. Okay, another thing is once this is dry, you can take your white color pencil and fill it in a little bit. Alright, so we're just about almost done with our painting. Next, we can do a little walkway. So you're just going to take your white colored pencil and you're going to start at the top. Again, it's almost like the trees. We're going to make a triangle. So if you see here, here's one side of the triangle going this way. Here's the other side of the triangle going that way. And here's the bottom of the triangle. So it's just a big triangle. So we're going to start from the middle right here, and you're just going to zigzag back and forth like this. Okay? So start out small, side to side, and as you go down, you get wider and wider until you get to the corner. And voila! There is your little walkway. Now, let's go ahead and try doing some stuff on the trees. So as you can see, I did some white on the trees as well. You're just gonna take your white color pencil and you're just gonna do a little bit of some swirlies. And zigzaggy swirlies, zigzag swirlies all over, just on that one side. Ta-da! Same thing on this side. Zigzag swirlies. Ta-da! Now we're going to do that to the others. And there we go, guys. So I think it's done. It looks pretty good, right? Always remember to sign your work, okay? Here's my signature. Now I'm going to put the year. '20 for 2020. Okay, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and I cannot wait to see your recreations just like usual. Go ahead and post them on Facebook, or you can send them to Liz or Gil so that they can post them for you if you don't have a Facebook. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this painting, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun as well. I know it's a whole different experience and a new type of painting and way of making art. I really hope you guys still had fun. Alright, We'll see you guys. See you next time. All of us at JP love you and we miss you. Bye.